Yo guys, Souless back here again with patch 14.2 rundown. It is the second patch of set 14, and it looks like some reroll meta has found a spot in the current patch. So on S tier we have Vayne. Reason why she is S tier when she was lower tier before is because of the Jarvan buff. It is a very big buff that allowed Vayne to stabilize early in mid game. That was her main weakness. Like stabilizing versus sports like Twisted Fate and Anima was very hard for him before, but since Jarvan got buff, he contributes more damage, is tankier, and it just allowed Vayne to have less weakness, preserve more HP early game, and get their end game a lot more comfortably. So yeah, this board usually end up with 6 layers or like 4 Vanguard, 4 Slayer, or Vertigo Divinicore. Um, like use vertical Divinicore just mean that you add more Divinicore as you can find your other units like the Slayers or the Vanguard. Um, but yeah, the main carry usually Vayne, Senna, Zed, Jarvan. His comp has a lot of carry and it is very strong right now after the Jarvan buff is like out of control. So you guys should give it a try. And yeah, just make sure to build triple Guinsoo on Vayne. Items like Runans and IE on Senna, tank item on Jarvan. The buff was so strong that Jarvan can now be a drain tank. So Titans, BT, IE on him is like not even that bad either. He can hold that item pretty well. But yeah, on to the next comp, Veigar. Now you might be wondering why is Veigar S tier? He didn't get a buff. The reason why Veigar is S tier right now is because there are a couple melee carry comps that Veigar tend to counter. He is like the anti-melee carry unit. Also like what do you call a comp that relies on like singular frontline are very weak against Veigar because he can nuke them instantly. So this comp strength is just bully the type of comps that other people are playing and getting like a huge lead. And you can go fast 9 pretty much with Vega 2, or you can reroll for Vega 3 and then, you know, level to 8, level to 9 after that. You can play like 4 Cyber Boss, 4 Techie, 3 Street Demon. Or you can also play like the 8 Techie version with 8 Techie, 2 Cyber Boss. It is very solid. So this board counters comps like Shaco, Zed, Rengar, Nafiri, like pretty much all the melee carry comps. And even if you don't win rounds against comp like Vayne sometimes, you could still kill a lot of units. Its strength, it's killing a lot of units. This comp has unit like Brand and Veigar, which instantly nukes like half the board. And even when you are losing, you're not losing that much HP. So it pretty much guarantees you higher placement on average than most comp. Uh, so yeah, give it one a try also, and let's head down to like the A tier. So we just finished the S tier. The S tier are the comps you should force for easy LP. So anything A and above can win the game from a good spot. So comps like Brand, 7th Street Demon. Sometimes you just have no other units other than like 7th Street Demon, and you're already playing around early Street Demon units. So you just head straight into Brand, and hit Brand 2, Fast 9. Same concept as Veigar. It's just that this comp, well, you just it's a top 4 comp most of the time, and usually win game when you have like a bunch of game mods, when you hit Viego 2, stuff like that. But another version of Brand is like the 4 Techie 5 shooting mean version with like Nico main tank. That comp can also contest like a win for the game. But that comp is like kind of a high roll comp. Usually don't hit it. I would just play Brand if I'm in a spot to play AP and other reroll comps are taken and get my top 4. And yeah, there's not much to like discuss about this champ. It's a comp from like the last patch, so like you guys know how OP it is. Next we have Zed. This unit is like very specific scenario where you end up playing him, but he can be played from like Cypher cash out or from a high roll Divinicore opener and use Fast 9 for like Renekton, Garen, that trio carry. Um, this this guy is really good in the meta because versus comp like Vayne that can like actually tickle Vayne down and then have your other carry kill the Vayne. Because the Vayne comp can poke Zed, but like it can't kill Zed. Versus comp like Veigar, when you have an Edge of Night, that can't die instantly, and he can like tickle Veigar down when Veigar don't have a Gunblade. And when Veigar does Regular player don't usually build Gunblade unless they have Mana Zane. So most of the time you can like tickle him down with the Edge of Night build, and then scam a couple wins, and then as you fast 9, when you hit Garen 2, the Vinicore mod, Garen, Zed, and Redect and Trio carry, the board just like runs over every comp. This board is very, very strong. It just need a lot to hit. And yeah, I mean, still a solid board. Next we have Zeri. So Zeri is a comp where if you have a Gwynsu opener and again, when all the real comp like Vayne TF is taken, you just have to play Zeri. I would only play it when you have a good exostack item like Flux Capacitor, Post Stabilizer, her two best items. And the reason why Zeri is not S tier is because like she could never compete with like the Giga Win board unless you hydro up your mind and playing the Nitro version. Nitro has gotten a huge nerf this patch, so I would only recommend Vertical Exotech Zeri. And yeah, this comp is like a top 4 preserve HP kind of comp. So don't greed to like level 9 unless you're in a spot to greed for level 9. I would just roll heavy on 8, hit my unit, and then try to scam out all the wins in stage 4, and then bleed out stage 5, and get your top 4. Go next game, play reroll. Yep. So Rengar, my beloved reroll comp. This comp has got a nerf quite a bit, but they haven't touched Varus or Jinx, the main carry of the comp. So Rengar, as a frontline, as a bully, like he is no longer like strong enough to solo carry you from like bad spot. Right now you actually need to hit Rengar 3, Jinx 3, or Varus 3 to like even contest a top 4 or like a win. But yeah, it's still a very solid comp if you have no other comp to play and you have a BT Titan. So yeah, I mean, still play Rengar. Very fun, very good comp. TF. TF has gotten no significant nerf. Every other comp that are hard for TF to deal with, comps like Zeri, comps like Rengar, are a lot weaker. So now your mid game should feel quite easy compared like your not your mid game, like your late game should feel like much easier with TF to preserve HP because now it's like a lot slower mid game because you don't have to deal with like the big dinosaur from Nitro. You have to deal with Rengar, you know, being unkillable versus TF. And yeah, uh, he's still a solid board to play for top 4. And usually you win on TF when you have Radiant item and stuff. But yeah, other than that, this guy is just like a top 4 farming machine. He's like your favorite influencer's LP farmer. Yep. Lock in TF, get some top 4. So Shaco got a very big buff. Very nice buff for the entire line of Shaco actually. Shaco got a buff, Jarvan got a buff, and this unit also struggled a lot early game, and the Jarvan buff actually helped out Shaco a lot. And also like the buff to his ability alone will help him farm more AD now early game and scale to late game. He was already like playable before. Now he might be like a threat, but to potentially be S tier. If I were to like name a comp that would go up to the S tier. He is an insane assassin. Like just remember, Shaco in your games, it's gonna be like the new Rengar when you complain. Okay, so on the B tier, we have Saya. So Saya is she is just not strong enough. I'm gonna be honest. You can build her Shojin, she can cast a lot, she will die to random damage. So I feel like you have to have a healing item on her right nowadays. Items like Gunblade have very good delta. Item like Collector can instantly kill like either an assassin or a frontline tank, so you can get to the backline faster. But yeah, this comp usually just top 4s nowadays. You still relies on Aurora 2 to like a top 2, top 1 a game. But yeah, Saya, not too strong. But yeah, playable. Annie. So Annie and Aphelios. They can be playing 2 different comp or they can be playing 6 Oxfords. These units just got a significant buff to a 6 Oxford line. I will give it a try. It's just that in high elo you can't snowball with 6 Oxfords as much as you like in like compared to like low elo because you can't kill as many units since people are playing real boards. But if you're in like let's say like Diamond Emerald, give 6 Oxfords a try. I think it's a very super snowbally comp. If you're playing versus weak boards, you would be so far ahead, fast 10 even. Yeah. The amp line for Annie is pretty strong now because they got like some buff back after the hotfix. So yeah, give that a try, and then like amps the mirror Andy can still top 4, I guess. Uh, as for Aphelios, I feel like he's just too slow for this meta. But versus some board like scaling board like Fiddlesticks and TF, maybe he stand a chance. Yeah. Okay. So next we have Fiddlestick Bruiser versus like with artifact and stuff. This comp it's like a very case specific scenario when you have artifact opener and you have like a AP item and you kind of want to play for top 4. So you have to play Fiddlestick because no one else is playing Fiddlestick, so you must. Um, yeah, get your top 4, Ryoko Fiddle 3, itemize Mordekaiser 3, Fiddle 3, Cho'Gath 2. Get your top 4, top 3, top 2, get out. Sometimes you can win with like a sudden gem on Cho'Gath, but yeah, very hard comp to win on, but it's a fun comp to play, fun to watch. Okay, next we have Nafiri, the newest comp on the tier list. Nafiri has gotten 4 buff. Since they reverted the 80 buff. This unit is kinda either strong or like very weak. It's very situational. You have to like avoid the Veigar players in your lobby, kind of. But I've seen this unit goes infinite on my on my tanks and into my DPS, and basically she just become unkillable. At at sometimes. But yeah, keep an eye out for this unit. It could be from B tier to S tier, depending on like how the meta shifts. But yeah, very very good potential on the Fury. And yeah, let's go to the next comp. Well, oh wait, let me go back to the Fury actually. Usually play Nafiri, and the stats say you want to play 5 amp, so you probably want to play Exotech into amp Nafiri because Nitro got nerfed very very hard. The front line is kind of not worth it to play. I tried it in one game, and yeah, my Nitro game didn't feel that good. So I think you have to play like 5 Exotech into amp or something. But yeah, wait till people figure out a board for Nafiri, and then maybe I'll make a guide on it, and then I'll let you guys know. Then we have Misfortune. Well, she got an adjustment. She didn't really get a buff. She got a buff outside of like Syndicate, but she is still a solid carry when you have like Galumify or Demify. You have a good frontline. Misfortune is a solid carry. She does the same thing the Veigar comp does, where even if you don't win the round, you can still save a lot of HP. Uh, yeah, it's just a top 4 comp. You don't usually expect to win the game when you play Misfortune, but yeah, if you have like a sustainable lead, you can probably win the game. We'll see. But yeah, these are like pretty much all the meta comps right now. I'll update you guys as we get further into the patch. But yeah, that'll be it for now. I'll see you guys later. Remember to like and subscribe. It'll keep me updating videos. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.